What's up, guys? Matt Toysher here, Leads for Locals, and in this video, I'm going to be walking you through a strategy to generate more life insurance leads using Facebook. I'm going to walk you through step-by-step kind of, the overview, the overall strategy, and then the nuts and bolts of exactly how we do it, okay? So we're basically going to need two things. We're going to need to generate more insurance leads. We're going to be using a paid Facebook ad campaign, so we're not doing social media posting and free stuff, organic stuff. You can do that. That's more of a long-term strategy, and I do recommend it, having a longer-term content strategy. But this is to kind of hit the ground running. You want to start generating leads very, very quickly. Paid advertising is a really good way to do that. So we're going to be doing a paid Facebook ad campaign, and then we're going to need a sales funnel. Now, if you don't know what a sales funnel is, actually you already do, because everything you do in your business is a sales funnel. When you're generating leads all the way up until the close, that's a sales funnel, right? It's just not online. So a great example is the direct mail leads that insurance companies will sometimes sell to their agents. So they send out a postcard or direct mail piece to the potential client. The client fills it out, sends it back to the company. They provide it to you. You call them or door knock it, whatever, book the appointment. That's the next part of the sales funnel. And then you go to the house or over the phone, whatever, and you close the deal. That's the final part of the sales funnel. So we're going to be using software that automates that entire, pretty much the entire sales process all the way up until the appointment. One, this frees up a lot of your time with your prospecting, but two, it also helps generate much higher quality leads, because when people go through a funnel and there's multiple steps to get to booking the appointment, they're obviously a lot more serious. So it's a really good way to generate higher quality leads. So what I want to do is first go over the overall strategy, and then I'll show you exactly what we use and how we set this up. Okay. So the overall strategy, we're going to be using what's called a Facebook lead ad. Basically a lead ad on Facebook, and I'll show you this in a second, but to give you some context, is basically when somebody clicks on your ad on Facebook to get more information, it pops up a little form on Facebook. So they don't leave Facebook. You don't have to send them to a web page or anything like that, wait for it to load, all that stuff. And it actually pre-populates the information that Facebook already has. Now, in this particular strategy, we're only going to be I only ask for name and email. I don't like to ask for a bunch of information up front, because people don't know who the heck you are. So they're really not likely to do it. So it's going to, your lead cost is going to be a lot higher. But two, I just like to get people in my pipeline, introducing them to my brand, providing valuable content, following up, via email and things like that, and let them go through my funnel, right? That's the point of it. So I don't want to collect all of that information up front. But the lead ad is really good because it's very easy for people to get more information and for us to collect their contact info. So it's really, really good. And basically in our ad, which I'll show you an example of, we're going to be offering what's called a lead magnet. It's a free piece of content that our target audience would find valuable. Okay. From there, once they click the ad, we're going to collect their contact info, which is basically just the name and email. You could ask for phone number. That works too, but I wouldn't ask for any more than that, at least up front. And then from there, we're going to send them to that piece of content that we promised in the ad. And we're going to be hosting that on what's called ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is an amazing piece of software. It is absolutely a necessity if you're going to be doing any type of online marketing. I'll have a link for it in the description. You can get a 2-week free trial to that. And if you do go through my link, I will actually send you a free brand new sales funnel that with one click, it just uploads right into your brand new ClickFunnels account. I'll have a contact info at the bottom. You just send it, and then I'll send you over the sales funnel. Okay. But ClickFunnels is awesome for hosting the piece of content. You'll see why here in a second. And it's just an amazing piece of software for sales funnels. It's really, really easy to do, and it's cheap. From there, so once they land on the content page, we're going to have that set up with multiple calls to actions for them to get a quote on life insurance. Okay, and I'll show you that to you in a second. We're going to use a survey page again on ClickFunnels. All of this is on ClickFunnels. We're going to use a survey page to pre-qualify the lead. We're going to ask them multiple, like 5 or 6 multiple choice questions before they get to our appointment page. So once they complete the pre-qualification survey, that's when we're going to automatically redirect them to book an appointment with you after the survey. Now, obviously, appointments would be really, really good. You don't necessarily have to wait for an appointment because once they fill out a pre-qualification survey, they're pretty interested, obviously. So at that point, that's where we ask for the phone number too. So you can go ahead and call them to book the appointment, right? But if you do get appointments, that's just all the better, right? So that's the overall strategy. Let me show you how this works. The first thing I want to show you though is the sales funnel, because without the sales funnel, none of this really matters. You can just run a Facebook ad campaign, but in my experience, the quality of the leads just aren't nearly as good. I like taking people through a sales funnel to increase the quality. I might not get as many, but I'd rather talk to people who are much more serious than not. So I'm going to show you an example that we tested, and it worked pretty well. And this is a pretty simple sales funnel. So I'm inside of ClickFunnels right here. You see my funnel right here. We called it One Final Gift Insurance. That was just the name of the brand. All right. Now let me show you how this works. And so let me open up this page. You see it's 4 pages here. And like I said, if you go through my link and you send a screenshot of your confirmation, I'll send this to you for free, and you can just come in here and customize it. It's really, really simple. But let me show you what this looks like. So we're running a Facebook ad campaign to this particular offer. Okay, it's a free burial insurance guide. That's what we were doing. Okay, so we've got our logo up here. Get your free burial insurance guide and learn how you can provide for your family peace of mind, financial protection, blah 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 blah. Now, this isn't necessarily the page that we're sending them to. This is something that you can use, like sending to like maybe leads on LinkedIn or people that you network with or whatever. You want to give them a free burial guide. This is a good page to do it because again, we're collecting information on Facebook, but this is potentially the first step. Okay, I just want to show you what we're offering. So it's a free burial insurance guide. Once they submit their contact info, it automatically brings them to this next page, okay, which is where the guide is actually hosted, okay? Now, this is where it gets really powerful because if somebody consumes this content and then clicks one of your calls to action to get a quote, they're serious because they just consumed this content. They're interested, right? That's why having a sales funnel is so important for generating much higher quality leads. And basically, it just takes them through this guide on burial insurance. That's it. It's just talking about burial insurance. Obviously, hitting on some pain points. Some copywriting skills goes into this a little bit, but the most important thing though is pretty much everything on this page, aside from the content, is around getting a quote. There's a free quote button here. There's one right here. There's one right here, and then at the very bottom, we have one here, right? So it's really, really powerful for generating higher quality leads to actually go through the next step, which is the survey. Okay, so let's say they click this. Okay, it now takes them to a very, very simple, very basic pre-qualification survey. It's all multiple choice, so it's really easy for them to do. And you could, pardon me, you could come in here and customize these questions to whatever you want to get. But I'm just going to go through it really quick, so you can see how easy it is. Right after that, tell me this isn't awesome, like how it's all automated and it's clean, it's professional, it's really easy to use. As soon as they complete all the questions, there's a pop-up that comes up to get the rest of their contact information, which is usually, just the phone number. Okay. So let me type this in here. It pre-populates, just based on their browser. Yes, send me my free quote. And boom. So from there, they've now become a much higher quality lead than like if you were to just get name, email, and phone number, right? So, because now they filled out a bunch of questions. And okay, so my calendar actually isn't live right now, but what would happen is, so it automatically redirects them to another page. And actually, you know what? Let me, I do want to show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to pause this really quick and turn this this calendar on because I want you to see what this looks like. It's really cool. I'll be right back. So I went ahead and turned on the calendar just so you and refresh the page just so you can see it. But this is basically, it automatically brings up your appointment calendar so that if they want, they can go ahead and choose to book a call with you, right? Super, super powerful. And then once they book it, well, I'll set one up here. Again, we're just what's really good about this too is that they're confirming their contact information multiple times throughout the funnel, so you know that the contact information is really good. Of course, it must be. All right, guys, don't spam me. Don't steal my number, please. I mean, I don't really care, but whatever. And that's it. And it just basically says thank you. They can add it to their calendar as a reminder. And that's our sales funnel, guys. Super powerful. So this is really kind of the bare necessity. This is what you really need in order to make this type of strategy work. Okay, and it works really well. Okay, from there, now let's get into the ad really quick. And you see we're in Ads Manager. I'm not going to go through like step by step how to create this. That would probably just take too long. I just want to show you the overall strategy. It's really not hard to create a campaign. Obviously, you want to do some research on your target market, but basically, I created. We'll just use this one as an example. We're targeting our local market in this particular case. This one was, I think, Jacksonville, 50 years and up. You can add demographics, things like parents, people who are parents, people who are planning on retirement, whatever it is. Like, do your research on your target market, obviously. But I just want to really show you the ad and how we set this up and what it looks like. So let's preview this. And I'm actually going to open this in Facebook because I want you to see the lead ad. There we go. So this is what the ad looks like. You can create images for your Facebook ads inside of canva.com, canva.com. It's free. It's really easy to use. You type in Facebook ad, it automatically creates the size for you. There's templates in there that you can use, but basically, I think this is pretty straightforward, guys. I picked a picture that would kind of speak to it would align with the message and the offer of my ad. Obviously, this is a burial, so we're talking about burial insurance. So I did funeral here. It gets them thinking a little bit. Free burial insurance guide right in their face. Make sure your family is covered. Learn more. I like putting a learn more button in my ad images because people like clicking buttons. And when they click this is what happens. It pops up your lead ad, and I already submitted it, so it's not showing it, unfortunately. But basically, this is what happens: is there's a little form that pops up just like this, and this is the thank you page. Once they submit their info, but basically it would just say first name and then email. I click down here. There's a button like submit. You have to confirm like the privacy policy, whatever, and then they land on this page, right? And what's really cool is we have a button down here, learn more about burial insurance. Guess where that takes them? Right to our ClickFunnels page. Boom, right to the guide. So we get there, we very easily get their contact info on Facebook. We've got a learn more button at the bottom, or just, like click here to get your free burial insurance guide, whatever. It takes them right to our guide. And then as they consume our content, they click these buttons, go through the pre-qualification survey, to get more information. It works really, really well. Obviously, from there, we would have an email follow-up campaign to make sure that they're going through the guide. We're providing different forms of content that they'll find valuable. And over time, you get more and more leads coming in because of that. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is kind of a 10,000-foot overview of how to generate more life insurance leads on Facebook. You need a Facebook ad campaign, and you need the sales funnel. You can't just run Facebook ads. I suppose you could, but if you really want higher quality leads, this is a really, really good way to do it. So again, if you want me to send this free funnel to you, just completely free. It's one click into your new ClickFunnels account. Go through my link down in the description. It's a 2-week free trial. send me a screenshot or confirmation or whatever email address you used. I'll have contact link in the bottom too where you can send that, and I will get that right over to you. So give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe too, because this is not going to be the only video we do on this. So make sure you subscribe to get more awesome videos. So I appreciate your time, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one.